Origins UI a little bit. They have a really good in-game and menus user interface. There are a couple things I don't love that I'll talk about real quick first. This button here pulls you out of the game itself and it opens up a new app, Microsoft Edge, the internet, and just takes you to the site that they're taking. It's super slow, and I don't think it's something that should really be used on console much. So I mean, I don't like that whenever it's in any game. Also, this cursor here, I don't love on console. It is optimized pretty well in this, and you can go in the settings and adjust the speeds to make it feel pretty good. But what they did a great job of is you can actually just start hitting the D-pad, and it gets rid of that, and it saves where it was at. For instance, if you go here to the challenges, I could go here and click on that, and then I can scroll up and down with the D-pad. And so it just gives you the ability to use whichever way you prefer out of the two. The same thing here, you move around, or you can click on the D-pad and go around. And the weapons are very well done with navigating LB/RB and scrolling down, just using the D-pad. The store is done very well, where you can come in here and click to buy these, and it just pulls up a small pop-up window, and you can buy it right from this app. So that just makes it way less of, it doesn't slow down the game as much, so it runs very smooth. So just navigating the menus is done very well. And then once you get into the settings, there's a ton that they've done for accessibility and just player options with the user interface. Specifically in the gameplay, something that they didn't have at the start that I was super glad when they added was the ability to change the map from stationary to rotating, and when it's rotating, it's just way easier to tell where you're getting, or to use that feedback from directional fire when you're getting hit, and you look at the mini map and figure out exactly where people are when you're running around. So that's super nice. And then there's a ton of options: streamer mode, colorblind, subtitles. You can turn on subtitles for incoming voice chat so that it will tell you what people were saying. It'll translate into text. These damage numbers are really nice, how you can select what you want. You can do stacking where it will do, if you land 2 bullets, it'll add the damage from the 2, and the number just gets higher the more consecutive bullets you add. Or you can do floating, where just like each bullet does its own individual number and then it slowly disappears. And when you get into the controller, there's a ton of options just to get it exactly how you want it. The regular sensitivity, but then you've got per optic. You can come in here and do sensitivity just off of which site you're using. These dead zones are way nice, especially if you have a controller with drift. You can adjust this dead zone. You can put it to large, and even if your controller has drift, it's not going to feel it, and it's still usable. In the button layout, the button layout, there's the ability to customize every button to anything that you want, which is nice for console. A lot of console games don't have that. And also in these advanced look controls, there are a lot of options when you turn that on to go in and just make the game feel, if you want to take the time, you'd probably have to go into they've got a firing range that you can go into. You could mess around with these settings and get it so that it's perfect to the way that the player feels comfortable. So I think they did a really good job of just doing the usability of their interfaces and giving the player a lot of options.